Hello, beautiful people. This is my first video. I'm doing a video on vision boards. I'm conducting a seminar, well, not a seminar, a workshop on vision board creating your dreams by way of a vision board. I got my vision board here. Let me show it to you on my iPad here. Um, Here's my vision board. Hope you can see that. But as you can see, some of the things that I desire to come to pass in my life on my vision board, um, I am looking for love, not by a man though. Don't want a man right now. I am looking for a beautiful apartment to stay in. I am looking to make money. I have on here making millions. I'm looking to get into shape. That's why I have on my gym gear right now. I'm gonna go to the gym after I get through talking to you guys. I want to be uplifted. I want to be happy. I want to live a long life. I want a new car, and all of these things are on my board that I'm expecting to accomplish within a year. And so July the 15th, um, which is this coming Saturday, at the East Point Library in East Point, Georgia, I am conducting a vision board workshop. I will have the boards for you. I will have some magazines for you to begin to cut out your visions as you see it and paste it on the board. This workshop is primarily to get you started and to get you focused and get you in the mind frame of thinking of your dreams, because sometimes we can live just haphazardly and things just happen to us. But now that I have been looking at well, really, where I got this idea from, where most people get these ideas from, is from The Secret. The Secret was a movie that came out, um, and Oprah had a panel of guests talking about The Secret. And I watched The Secret, and I was like, oh, this stuff doesn't work. You know, I'm a Christian, and I'm thinking this is New Age stuff. And then I started examining it. Some of the things that they were implementing were some of the things that the Bible had already said, write the vision and make it plain. Well, you know, whether you write it or you paste pictures on a board, you're still making it plain, and you're writing your vision and what you foresee for your life. Things like you have not because you ask not, or so as a man thinketh, so is he. So those are the things that started coming to pass, and I started looking at it, and I said, you know what? You know, it may be something to this. I also looked at some of the negative aspects, that has happened in my life because I put my negative energy out there. So whatever you think about, can come to pass. So the vision board is only to get you focused on what it is that you are desiring out of life, and it also to get you out of that box. Sometimes we put ourselves in a box, and we say we can only accomplish this. I can't do this. I can't do that. First of all, the things that you say you can't do, you're absolutely right. You can't do them. And the things you say you can do, you're absolutely right. You can do them. So why not make your life on a positive aspect as far as what you can do? I have lost 50 pounds since the first of the year. 50. 50. And I never thought I could do it. And I'm going to keep going. Of course, I've got to stay focused. Of course, I got to eat well and exercise and all of those things. But because I'm staying focused on a thing, it's coming to pass. And there was one time when I was first learning about the law of attraction. I read this book called E Square. I'll show it to you if I can find it, but it's called E Square, and in that book it has several experiments you can do, so that it really will prove to yourself that these things can come to pass. And let's see, I'm gonna try to find the book here. I want to show the cover of it. Yeah, E Square. I bought this book off of Amazon, and it has in it a list of experiments that you can do. It has a brief introduction and how it worked for an individual, and it's telling you how you can bring those things into your life. And see, and I used to think God is not on that trivial stuff. Don't ask him for, you need a pen, and you're asking him, Lord, give me a pen, whatever. But it's whatever your mind is set forth out and intend to have is what will come to pass. So one day, after reading E Square, I said, okay, I'm going to try it. And, I was haphazardly trying to just amusing myself, really. And I said, I want to attract a butterfly. Okay, so, and I said, and in this book, it also tells you to do it within a certain time frame. So I think it was like 48 hours. And so I said, I want to attract a butterfly. And I think it was in winter. So it wasn't like it was the springtime or the summertime where you would see butterflies. But I didn't specify whether I wanted the butterfly to be alive or whether I wanted it, to just be a butterfly. So I just said butterfly. And within 2 days, it manifested. There was one time I was driving home for work, and sometimes I'd like to take a scenic route or a different route from work. I've got leisure time, and just to think or just to see other parts of my city. So I was driving home, and I took another route home, and I couldn't get my boundaries together. You know how you say, now I know if I go this way or if I go that way, how do I get to where I'm trying to get to from here? And so I went down this street. And this is another thing. Once you set in your mind of something that you want to attract, forget about it. Just like how God says, ask once. Well, I don't know if God says this, if this is in the Bible, but I've been told you ask once and then you think the rest of the way. So I set in my mind for that and went down this road, and it was a couple of days in advance that I had made this intention to attract a butterfly. And something told me, which I know was God, said, look up. I looked up, and lo and behold, what did I see? A butterfly. It was a butterfly. It was a name of a hair salon, and there was a butterfly in their logo. Okay, so I'm saying, okay, that's just coincidental. Just, that's not real. So I went on. And it's like God said, you don't believe me. I got home and I was talking to my mother. We were standing there at the kitchen, and we were talking about something. And she was standing at the kitchen counter, and I was standing at the door facing her. And she just so happened to move away from the counter. Well, when she moved away from the counter, there was some paper towels there. And it's immediately God said, look. I looked, and on the paper towels, there were butterflies. Okay, I'm saying, okay now, this is getting to be too much. And is it real or isn't it? The third time, Oprah had a show called Earth on TV, and I wasn't really interested in that the TV was on or whatever. And God said, look up. And there were a bunch of butterflies flying around in this particular scene. So I'm like, okay, I'm convinced. Okay. So I got excited about it, and was telling my mom about it, was telling my sister about it, and I said, okay, y'all, let's think about something we want to attract, because faith works by love, but it also, for you to believe, sometimes you just have to build yourself up. So one day I was with mom and I said, Mom, just believe something that's just kind of don't matter and that you can believe for, and just believe something. She was like, I don't know. Okay. She said, I want to manifest 3 pennies. Now, why 3 pennies? I don't know, but that's what she wanted to manifest. We were in this mall, and we was in this store called Dillard's, and she was looking around and trying on clothes. And Dillard's have seats and stuff that people can sit down and while they're waiting on other people to finish up the shopping or whatever. So I was sitting in this chair. It was 2 chairs at the cashier, and I was sitting in one, and she was checking out for her purchase. When the transaction was beginning to end, I stood up so that we could walk on down the mall. I stood up, and I'm telling you guys, when you think of these things, don't think about how they're going to happen. Don't think about looking real hard for the things that you're believing to manifest. Just believe that they are coming. So and let it go. I really had forgotten about it. I think she had forgotten about it. And I got up, and I was, putting my purse on my arm or something or whatever, and talking with her or something. And I looked back at the other chair that was sitting next to me. And in that chair were 3 pennies. 3 pennies. And they were shaped in like a triangle, like 1 up and two down below. And I said, Mom, turn around. I didn't even say what it was. I said, Mom, just turn around. Look in that chair. And she was like, and she said, and that's how I imagined to find it. She didn't tell me that, but she said she imagined that it was going to be 3 in a triangle. And I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking, okay, there's something to this. And so I told, I've been telling other people about it, and things have been manifesting and things like that. But it's got to be something within your belief range. If you can't believe for a Ford Focus, but you're now believing for a Rolls Royce, that's it's got to be something that's within your range of belief. And that's why I'm saying start small and build your way up. So the Vision Board Workshop is a way to get people to rise above what they think and what they feel about themselves and how they feel the things will be accomplished. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop in telling stories now. But July 15th, Saturday, July 15th, which is Sunday today, so it's going to be next Saturday, at the East Point, Georgia Library, in their meeting room, we're going to have a vision board workshop. And it's going to be from 2 to 5 p.m. And I hope to see you there. Thank you.